Okay, welcome back to a brand new video. DEATHBATTLE is back with a new episode, and it's Kratos versus Asura, God of War versus Asura's Wrath. I know about God of War and Kratos. Yeah, he has been in DEATHBATTLE before. Last time he fought like Spawn or something. I don't think he's been in DEATHBATTLE since then, so it's nice to see him back. I don't really play God of War though, because I'm not so sure they are my type of games. But it might be, I just haven't ever tried them. The closest I get is the Kratos level, spoiler alert I guess, from the Kratos level from Astrobot. That was fun, but Astrobot was a really good game, so yeah, I've not really played God of War, and I don't really remember anything from, well, the last time he was in a DEATHBATTLE, because I haven't seen that DEATHBATTLE in ages, and to be honest, I don't really remember much from that. I mean, I know he has like a son or something now, but I think, yeah. And Asura I know even less about. So what can I say besides from let's get into analysis? Because right now, I am completely blind on both of these two characters. I'm mostly blind. Let's go into the battle and see who is going to win. Alright, we are back. Let's get to this battle and play. Oh, they're doing that now, coming up. Okay, it's still a preview for the fight, but it was interesting to say coming up in the corner. Don't think they've done that before.
You just want to punch a god in the face.
Pretty sure they haven't.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find
out who will win a DEATHBATTLE. Let's go. Kratos.
The Primordials waged war across existence, a series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a
I guess Kratos is a god or something. At least there's gods in his universe, at least I know something like that, but
and so forth. Thus,
but I don't really know the character that well since I haven't really played the games.
Starting the whole messy cycle, Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son, Kratos.
As a classic bastard child of Zeus, Kratos was left among Spartan mortals, far exceeding all among him. He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the ghost of Sparta.
So, he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new God of War. The gods were crapping their togas in fear.
I guess it's called God of War because gods are going on the war against each other, huh? I guess it's in the title.
Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings,
wow, this guy has a lot of weapons.
And sky. He also has a tendency to carry
a lot of shields too, but he's like, he has as much weapons as the Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom version Link does, if not more.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of Strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe, so Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved
okay, that's quite impressive though. You can literally punch the universe into existence. Then I assume we can punch the universe out of existence too. I mean, that would make sense, right?
His ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy and can pull enough to even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet, he couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone. What
Oh.
was he to do?
He didn't know. He
He has a new
wandered
family.
aimlessly for years,
You know,
somehow
make his own,
stumbling
I
into
mean.
Norse mythology, where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook, especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it
Oh,
wasn't
this
Kratos'
kid
fault
can't
this
catch a
time,
break.
And Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan Axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes
Dang.
Mjolnir was as cool as this.
And
axe.
Mjolnir is
It's
no
imbued
joke,
with ice
so
magic and a poison even the
Is the-
gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a
assuming
distance,
this
and
version
it
of
even
Mjolnir
shatters
is
souls.
Kratos may have once
similar
been a sword
to,
of vengeance, but
like,
with his new
Thor's
weapons
Mjolnir,
and a new purpose,
Marvel's
he
version.
stood as a shield against
or even the
godly
original
Aesir.
Mjolnir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears.
That's-
They can absorb all
okay, I
types
just
of
checked it,
energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freyr,
And
the tree's very
if you get rid of that
existence
tree,
supports
does the
all of
universe
creation
die?
among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free the Norse world,
I guess
Kratos
so.
reclaimed old
The
weapons
biggest
by
treehouse
reckoning
in the
with his
entire
past
world,
sins,
if not the
even
entire
taking up the
universe.
Blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes, but this future would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
Alright. Asura. Let's see what he is about. Let's see what kind of powers and unique abilities he might possess.
12,000 years.
After 12,000 years, he's free to punch everything dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Oh, so he's a god too. And a demigod too. Alright.
Defender of humanity against the impure Goma. Dark
That's
spirit
interesting.
monsters infesting
Coming
the
to
world.
this Deathball, you know, and hearing that, oh, there's a demigod. After seeing, okay, there's been a couple months or so ago now, but after seeing Chicken Nugget, you know, the internet show about chicken being a demigod, so going from that to this,
I'll give you one chance.
spoiler alert for
Guess
Chicken
what
Nugget, I
Asura
guess, if
did?
you haven't
By
seen it.
tapping into his wrath,
Sorry.
Asura can take many forms for battle, like the six-armed Vajra, a state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment of the planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right? Right?
Funny you should say.
Yeah, I think,
God damn it.
First off, Asura is
Someone
not
did.
some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter. Mithra.
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge mantra energy,
which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously Asura wasn't gonna go along with that, so Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up killed him. What a dick.
But true to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider, he did just that, with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh
yeah, I was about to say that. Do not take revenge or something, but
they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen,
who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, you thought creatures
so
that big?
His soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or
I don't think they said anything like that for Kratos. Already here, he seemed to be having an advantage.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid, like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods killed that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
Hulk.
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms. His mantra form,
oh my gosh,
a power capable of killing Vlitra.
Does Kratos have a way to kill this guy?
Blast.
Deus was defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop.
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it! That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the mantra reactor.
And he won, I assume?
Holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet! Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars!
Chakravartin was
they're really hyping him up.
Impressed.
That usually means they're going to lose, but
to take his place. Asura smiled at the
And right
offer
now I'm
and
having a hard time
extended his arm.
pinpointing
Right
a
in the
reason for
juggler's
Kratos to win
face,
against this
as
guy.
if he was gonna
The
let
only
some
thing I
god
can think
trample
of as
over
of
more
right
worlds.
now
Instead,
is the
he
sword
literally beat the QTEs
Kratos
out of
happens to
God,
carry on
obliterating him
him
and
at
his
all
plans
times.
in a cosmic explosion.
But
Or
with
happens to carry on with
Chakravartin
him.
dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu, right in the balls.
Even
It's
Ryu.
interesting.
Oh
Despite
wow.
the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's
I mean,
wrath
I
gave
feel
him
like
the
Ryu
power to
didn't
save
much
everyone,
stand much chance
all
though.
because of just
But,
one thing.
Some
could be wrong.
bastard made his
But then
daughter
again,
cry, so they had to pay.
evil
Now
Ryu
that's a
exists and
god I can get behind.
Kratos seems interesting, but I feel like okay, Asura was really hopped up, so it might mean he's going to lose because they usually do that. Or have this done that in the past. But Asura seems like the type of guy who might be winning this one. I mean, he seems to be fighting creatures like even bigger than the planet. From what I saw in a few of the clips and from what I remember here, just trying to keep my sanity together. I was about to say. Alright, they both seem to be gods or part gods. I mean, one of these is like part god, part moral, another guy is a demigod, which is interesting. I feel like a demigod is more powerful than a regular god, or especially a god who is part human. Just that all alone. And the fact that he also got fought, for what I remember, I might have missed something because I was talking, but you see like he fought one of those, he had something, basically he went up against the Buddha character, and he was big, so if he wanted to win against that guy, and the other guy, that I don't remember the name of right now, yeah, I think Kratos fought, I guess Kratos technically does fight creatures a lot bigger than himself too, but I don't remember if they said that, but I feel like I've seen something like that. But at the end of the day, the only way I can see Kratos winning is by helping one of his weapons, and I feel like his sword is the thing that's going to decide his winning outcome, I guess. But mostly overall, Asura just feels more powerful. You know what? I'm gonna follow my gut feeling. My gut feeling tells me it's Asura who's going to win. I might be wrong, but in that case, I'm going to see why in a minute. Right after that, yeah. Excuse me, I can't talk. Right after that battle. Okay, Asura is going to win. I feel like he is going to win. I could be wrong, but I feel very confident about Asura. I can't really see a big way Kratos can do in order to beat this guy, unless I missed something, or there's something that left out which I did not hear, because they will mention it afterwards. But assuming I didn't miss anything, Kratos is going to lose. Yeah, okay, let's go right back into the battle. Asura is going to win, and let's get this over with. Let's get this over with, and let's go.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
a death battle! And the door closes and they open. You already seen the preview of this one, actually. And I got to think about it. And that was the beginning of the battle, apparently. Saw it on the Kickstarter reveal or something. Alright. Whoa. He disappeared. Both have someone they lost though. So, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna mean much to come to the outcome, but
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But not for long. You do not want
Yeah, I
this
seem to
fight.
remember something about Asura too, that they become strong or angry, I guess. Kind of like Hulk. I think they've said something like that. Alright. Come on, Asura, kick his ass! I mean, I'm hoping I'm right. Basically. Oh, the button input. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's multiple arms. I almost forgot about the part I had that. I don't know how, but I almost did.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up! Very well.
Oh, come on. Oh, 1,000 arms or something like that. Dang, is he losing? Kinda looks like it. This is usually when it turns around too. Okay. They're still going. I mean, I guess that kind of logical makes logical sense though. They're both some form of gods, so.
This is not my end!
So I guess it's kind of logical when a god fight a god. Oh, is this going to be the final punch or the final blast? Can you stand it, Kratos? Yeah, I forgot about the whole thing. He held a mountain or whatever it said. A mountain is not that impressive compared to this guy, maybe, but I forgot the part where he held up something with his with one hand.
Heard me yet, Titan. But you deserve a worthy end.
Dude, this is very well animated. Did Kratos win?
You are a monster no longer. I never was.
Oh wait, what's going on? Did he lose or did he not lose? I mean, this kind of looks like he lost. Which means I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. Though I was right about something. His weapons,
really is gone.
I guess.
But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoo-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across
does Kratos technically have more
obviously
experience?
A lot longer than Kratos.
And while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily takes experience.
Yeah,
But when it
he got
comes
more
to
experience.
versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure, Asura's quite skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies, like mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed: versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could. Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's
I feel like I should have mentioned that in
all
analysis.
roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down to who
If
made
it
the
did, I
bigger
missed it.
kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But I don't
But
think
a
that did.
closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these 2 realms conjoined, which we see in-game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath too, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asuras, the sun rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
Alright. Congratulations, Kratos.
What if?
Oh, alternate ending? Okay, the butt mashing. Mash the button, guys.
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on
Alright,
DEATHBATTLE.
cool. Oh, who is this? Oh, there goes. Oh my god! Ghost Rider!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay! Next one could be interesting. Ghost Rider versus Spawn. Okay, obviously I'm more familiar with neither, I guess. But at the same time, that looked like it could be a really interesting matchup. I never would have thought of this myself. This is interesting. Ghost Rider and Spawn. It's like, yeah, you put two Kratos and Asura. Let's go Ghost Rider and Spawn next time. Okay, I kind of like that idea. I like it. I really like it. I can't wait to see what they do with that matchup. Right now, I want to say I hope that Ghost Rider does win, but then again, we are up against Spawn, so we'll see. So, let's go into this battle then. The analysis was fine. I mean, I probably was talking a little too much here and there, so I missed a few things. And I definitely saw stuff I totally forgot about because reasons. But at the same time, I did really like that animation. It was really well done. And even get to see an alternate ending sort of thing, like we go for Bowser and Eggman. Which I really appreciate. I really appreciate that. So it seems like that is going to be something they will be doing moving forward, giving us alternate endings, and I like that. Okay, both of them are extremely powerful, and I totally underestimated Kratos, but at the same time, going by that alternate ending, yeah, either with, based on that, both of them can win in very both of them definitely has a lot of win potential, and I would assume just Asura's power so long, you know, would have been enough for him to win, basically. But I assume that if Kratos were to win, it would be because of his weapons, you know, like his sword. But it definitely came out a little bit more in that. Yeah, I guess this was just one of those fights that really can go either way, but at the same time, not in a draw. So yeah, I guess I did really enjoy this episode. It was a fun episode. It was an alright start for an episode for this year. So yeah, Ghost Rider and Spawn next time. I can't wait to see what they do there. Yeah, what do you think about the episode exactly? Let me know by posting down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree with that outcome? I am a bit mixed. I mean, I do understand how they got that. I get that. Okay, they got to this because of this and that, which is fine. But I really see Asura has the potential to winning as well. I feel like maybe he was the one that should have probably have won this one. But then again, Kratos was just better than I imagined. It was a fun episode and I really did enjoy it. The animation was really good. I mean, really good. It was a really nice 3D animation. If I had to guess right now, the one after next time could be Tom versus Wile E. Coyote. It would be nice though if that was the next one, but we don't know. Still waiting for the episode. I'm hoping it happens soon. I did enjoy the episode though, so yeah. I don't think there'll be anything else for me to say here. So I thank you guys so very much for watching, and if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I see you guys in the next video. gonna be a little bit more for the next episode, next month sometime, in exactly a month probably. So I don't know. I thank you guys so much for watching. Miniature 96, signing out.